got a new shirt as a gift, avocado holic, and I'm feeling really low energy and really down, and I think it's something that I need to go through to learn how to lie to myself in a way, how to pretend that I'm okay around others, especially certain others that if a conversation starts to happen, it only makes it worse. So I think I'm seeing the value of talking about troubles with, say, a counselor and around others who might be wondering, well, what's wrong or something. Just be like, nothing, I'm fine. Because if one says a little bit of what's wrong, it's not going to make it better. It only gets into drama, and that only makes it worse. So, yeah, I'm not sure what to do about this feeling. I'm not sure if there's anything I can do about it. I've been inside for a few days because it's been raining, and tomorrow it should be nicer out, and I'm gonna get outside and see how that makes me feel. And I'm still going with the flow diet, which is mainly only needing a fridge to store food like fruit and vegetables, and then eating that and not needing a kitchen to prepare food. I think I said I've been sleeping really well, like 10 to 12 hours a night, and I'm just using one dose of the knockout supplement remedies, and that's good to sleep a lot. 2 nights ago I slept like 12 hours, and here are my sleep cycle screenshots. And I ordered some earmuff head covers to block sound, so that way sometimes I don't like wearing those headphones that go in my ears so long, or earplugs forever. So this will give me another option to potentially dampen down sound. And it's interesting how I keep trying to collect these things to be able to navigate this environment that's just not right for me. So we'll see what happens in June when I go away. Hopefully I make it that long. And I also looked into other types of earplugs, and I found something called Knops, Knops, and they're things you stick in your ears, which I might not be able to wear all the time because it gets annoying and kind of moist and yucky, and you can literally turn the noise down. They look like these things in your ears, and they're doing pre-ordering right now on their website, and I think they're also doing crowdfunding. So I'm a little bit wary because I used to love shopping on crowdfunding like Indiegogo, and then all of a sudden they just stopped sending the products. So the last time I ordered was last April, and it's like, we're making this cool hard drive you can plug into your iPhone, and we're going to be shipping in May, and it was like April, and I thought since the ship date was so soon that it was solid and it was actually going to be shipped out, but I never got anything. And there were a few other things, like I tried to order this thing you breathe in and it'll tell you your hydration level, as well as like if your breath stinks or something. And then they changed it. They're like, well, now it's only going to say hydration level, not the breath stink thing. But then I never got anything, and I tried to contact them, never got a reply. And there was another one I ordered too, and these are like at least $100 a pop. Never got anything. So I did get a couple good things on there initially, which gave me confidence to keep buying on there. But then they just stopped sending the products and stopped replying, and no updates. And it's not really cool because once Indiegogo gives them the money, the campaign people, they don't have to make anything. They don't have to ship out anything. They're not obligated. So it's supposed to be like crowdfunding to like fund research. So if you want to fund their research and maybe fund their vacation or something, go ahead and buy on there, but don't think that you're actually going to get anything, because the last 3 or 4 things I've ordered or crowdfunded, I didn't get anything. No reply, nothing. No, oh, thanks for funding us, we're not able to produce the product. Nothing. So, and I contacted Indiegogo and they're like, well, once we hand over the money, there's nothing we can do. So it's just like a platform to hand people money to make something that they don't have to make. So I don't like that at all. So I'm not going to buy these NOPS things until they're actually being shipped. Not while they're being crowdfunded or pre-ordered or anything like that, because they could just not ship it. So I would say only do crowdfunding, especially on Indiegogo. That one seems really bad. If you are willing to do away with your $100 and not get anything ever. And if you do get something, it's usually not as good as they say they're going to create. And I guess that's part of it, but I guess I invested in some ones that were bad. They just weren't planning on shipping anything out. There was something else too. I can't remember what the other one was, but anyway, that's my thing about crowdfunding. Used to love it, used to get cool stuff. I got a really cool DAC, digital audio converter for my computer, like small one. Got some decent headphones that had a DAC in them. Things like that, but I'd rather order stuff that's actually made already. And also I did order this Cardia device, and it's kind of cool. It has an app, and then I put my fingers on it like this for 30 seconds and it shows me my heartbeat. It doesn't really have any kind of useful data for me. It just says normal, normal, normal. It's more for people who have atrial fibrillation. But I think it's kind of handy to look at my heartbeat, and today it was pretty like, and it said it was beating a lot faster than it was. I don't know if the electricity of the heartbeat sort of messed up the calculation of the heart rate, because it said that I had 116 and then 117 beats per minute, which it didn't say all along in the calculation. I'll show some of the screenshots of that. So I think it was helpful though to see that even though there wasn't any abnormalities detected, my heartbeat wasn't pretty like it was yesterday. So I'll show that those differences, and also after a month they don't give you access to their premium subscription and you have to pay $10 a month even just to store your EKGs on the app, which is kind of lame. You think they'd at least let you store each one on there and not give you access to other features like ask the clinician about your heart, your EKG, and things like that. But as long as I can export them as PDFs, I'll keep the device. But if they don't let me do anything with the data, though I could always take a screen recording and a screenshot, so then I might keep it. Plus, when I get the HeartMath device, I'm going to see if that makes the Cardia device redundant. And if it does, I'll send back the Cardia device because of limited resources. Though I think it is helpful to look at my heartbeat, and it's like paying attention to the heart. And so anyway, I'll show those screenshots of the Cardia stuff here and screen recordings. These are 3 of mine from yesterday and the day before. The 2 on the top, I was more stressed, and I noticed that initial first little bump is higher. So I think when I'm feeling stressed, that initial small bump is almost high as that bigger, wider peak, or just as high. Higher or just as high. The bottom one was more calm. This morning, it was not looking very rhythmic. Usually at first, it takes a while to level out and get rhythmic, but this is the whole thing, and it didn't get rhythmic at all, and then it gave these higher than usual beats per minute, and I tried it again, and it did it again. Here, my heart looked a little bit more smoothed out this morning, but then it still went wonky, and I was feeling distressed, so I think this does pick up some distress, even though it's not necessarily designed for that. This is a recording of the actual process, and after those 2 tries, I tried it again, and my heart signal did seem to smooth out again and look somewhat normal. I think by looking at my heart and recognizing that it was beating in a distressed way, I was able to regulate it, but I'm not sure. And then that's what it looked like later this morning, after I was able to get it into some semblance of order by paying attention to my very heartbeat. Still went kind of wonky at the end, but it at least gave 76 beats per minute instead of 116 and 117. I think that was kind of erroneous data, but it could be because my heart was so distressed, which could be specific to PTSD or something. I don't know. I'd have to look into it more, but yeah, that was the end of that one. There's these peaks, like really high energy. So like I said, I don't know that much about what this data means right now, but this is medical grade ECG, and it is showing that my heartbeat is erratic. Like I said, it does take a while to smooth out at first, but even on some of them, it just kept beating in an erratic way. And I've been thinking about the heart, and yesterday I had a lot of calm breathing, and I was sort of practicing dropping into my heart and not really being in my head. And I think this sound that I hear, especially a lot lately, like this whatever sound, and it's changing in its flavor and its pattern, is something to do with the heart, and the heart really is in charge. And I listened to the audiobook, Practicing the Power of Now, and I had a lot of calm breathing while listening to that, and that could be what helped me have a lot of calm breathing yesterday. And I just had 3 minutes of calm now while talking to myself. And the other thing I'm trying out is not having caffeine. So last night and the night before, I didn't have any caffeine that day, and I slept well. And then the one before, I had coffee, and then the one before that, no caffeine. So I'm thinking that it's good to have no caffeine and sleep better. and my resting heart rate has been a bit lower the last 2 days when I wake up. I think today it was 72 or something, and yesterday it was 69 actually. 69. Before that 75 and 83. So I think this is what's helping actually, is having more of a calm heart, even if the mind is a little bit more active. The heart can kind of lead the way and put the mind stuff aside and still be calm through certain situations. But as soon as the mind wants to come in and take over for that situation and talk and stuff, it's not good. It's just going to lead to drama. But if the heart can be calm and say, well, my heart's calm, maybe my mind's not the most calm, but it's not going to be worked out by X person in this situation, then that could be key. And I have taken tyrosine the last 3 or 4 days, and it's helped. I've been able to get stuff done. Today I feel a little bit slower than the 2 days before. I was able to work away at getting my videos organized in the way that I organize them and backed up, which takes a while. The more videos there are, the longer it takes. So I might go back to doing longer videos, because if I do 45-minute videos, then that could be like 1/3 the work in terms of backing stuff up later on. So yeah, I think the tyrosine is helping keep my executive functioning going. Even though I feel kind of low, I'm able to still get some stuff done. And today I managed to call HP and get my Samsung printer hooked up to the wireless internet properly, and that was a big victory, because it was doing this dumb thing and I was still able to print, but every time I'd open my computer it would hook to my printer Wi-Fi, and then I'd have to switch it to the regular Wi-Fi, and then if I wanted to print something I'd have to switch it back to that printer Wi-Fi. So it wasn't connected properly, and the help was very helpful, and now it's connected properly, and that's a pain in the butt not there anymore. And I also ordered an anti-radiation bag for my iPhone for when I don't want that radiation coming at me. Though right now I kind of rely on it because of these different biofeedback devices. But I'm wondering, when I'm in nature, if I really need that. So we'll see. So I keep ordering stuff, but I feel like it's slowed down a lot in the last couple of days, and I'll be able to play around with what I ordered. So yeah, exploring this whole heart aspect thing right now. And I also laminated, not quite perfectly, but I laminated my crisis plan. It's all pretty according to colors and things, and I'm thinking that this stuff is really helping. I'm wondering if I hit a mini wall and went into a mini psychosis the last few days, just sort of living in the past and past memories and awfulness and navigating that. Being out and about really helped that a lot. So having nice weather where I can be outside and go through some of that is really helpful. At least it seems that way so far. So yeah, I have this all laminated, and then I have a copy in my wallet. I have a copy with my extra supplements that I haven't started taking. But that's what I need to remember, is if I get into like suicidal and really depressed, I can take uridine or inositol or SAM-E, and I could start some of these other brain growth stuff too. But I'm gonna see how long I can last like this, because I don't want to take them if it's not quite time yet. And I purchased an app called Edible Plants, and it's by Marcus Rothkranz, who's like a raw food guy. And so when I'm out and about, I sort of want to take the opportunity to see if I can learn about possible edible plants that I see. I might not want to eat those particular ones that I see along a trail because dogs could have peed on them or something. But I think if I start to learn, that would be cool, because I don't know how much I'm going to be able to work to get more access to resources, but I could learn how to need less resources. One thing would be to start spending less money on stuff that I think I need. I think part of it is trying to determine or have a reliable means of determining what scenarios might not be the best for me right now. So if I have this heart math device and it's like your heart is stressed in this scenario, then it would give me physiological data to go by. And I don't know if that's what I'm looking for or what it is I'm looking for. And I'll take out this little EMF meter to check the EMF when I am around those power lines and stuff when I'm rollerblading. So I probably have more to talk about later, but that's all for now. I'm pretty caught up with things and want to see what it is I need to create next.